I'm Maude Garrett for BBCAmerica.com, and I'm here with Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency's executive producer, Max Landis, to provide insight on the episode we just saw. There's a road trip here, that's fun.
Yeah, it's everyone getting to know each other a little bit better.
For the better or for the worse?
For the better, for the worse. You know, we get in this episode big insights into Bart, big insights into the Rowdy Three, and of course big insights into Dirk himself.
So we do understand a little bit more about Dirk and Todd. Todd is trying to understand this holisticness that's happening.
Well, he finds out, spoiler, it's revealed that the holistic thing is complete bull. It's an excuse Dirk uses because he is a causality psychic.
Drop it. Who said you were psychic?
You did, didn't you?
He's a psychic in ways he doesn't understand and can't control. He can see signs, but he can't read them. They're written in another language. So he is led, just by existing, into dastardly trouble pretty much constantly. That's why in episode 2, he says, the cases I work, if I don't solve them, no one does. He wasn't kidding. This is the nature of the universe, pulls him towards these horrible, horrible, bizarre incidences.
I am always surrounded by bizarre and frightening states of disaster.
And he's been alone.
And I am always alone.
The reason he's so frantic for Todd's love, affection, help, friendship, any of it, is because he spends, most of his time alone, going from crime scene to crime scene, almost against his will. Just as Bart is driven to kill, Dirk is driven to solve.
Todd's doing a bit of soul searching himself and calls himself an arse. What was that about?
I'd say faking pararybulitis pretty much puts him pretty concretely in the realm of an ass.
I am and always have been a total and complete ass.
What we learn about Todd in this episode is something that's been creeping towards the audience for a little while. We learned that in episode 3 that he basically broke up his band and sold their equipment for money. And we learned in episode 1 that he stole his rent back from Dorian, a choice which ultimately, arguably led to Dorian's self-shooting situation. And in this episode, sort of the final blow, the reason for all of Todd's anger and all of Todd's self-contempt is revealed, which is that he never had the disease he and his sister share, which means he's been lying to her literally for years and giving her a false hope. She looks at him and she sees a guy who got better. You don't get better from pararybulitis. You just get worse.
That's dark and depressing.
Todd clearly wants to make this right. He's not happy. We've all done things we regret. And this episode, in a lot of ways, is about regret. From top to bottom, it's about trying to fit into a world that doesn't want you. All the stuff with Bart and Ken, getting to see who Bart is when she's sort of off the rails. We're getting inside of these people for the first time in this season. We're finally getting past Bart's, silly voice.
What? How?
We're getting past the Rowdy Three just yelling and breaking stuff. We're getting past Dirk's glib humor.
What is it?
A thing.
And we know more about the Rowdy Three.
Oh, yeah.
And what they're capable of.
The energy vampirism.
Yeah, what is going on there?
Well, who knows?
You should.
Yeah, well, I know, but why would I explain it? It's certainly a very good symbiosis for Amanda, who, of course, has an overdose of energy that leads to her having terrible neurological attacks. She's almost the perfect garnish for that group. If they add a 5th member to the Rowdy Three, they could be the Rowdy Four.
So we finally have more of an understanding about body swapping, but with animals as well. The kitten is not what it seems at all.
No, in fact, that's that hammerhead shark we were looking for in episode 2.
I think we found the murder weapon.
It does appear that the Men of the Machine have taken body swapping to an extreme in order to sort of weaponize souls. The kitten is a wonderful example of a weaponized soul. What's amazing is at the end of the episode, that kitten is just somewhere in the woods. I think people who find it are in for an unpleasant surprise.
Episode 5 also gave us the first major character's death as well. Let's touch upon that.
Yeah, none of the characters are safe. This seems like sort of a silly comedy show, but a lot of them are going to be dead, and soon.
Well, that wasn't gently at all, was it?
She's got jokes.
On the next Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
Telling Amanda the truth is your next step.
What is this thing?
I'm all revved up!
You're suspended. It's not over.
Are these guys gonna kill us?
I should hope not.
No!
Please, I don't know why you're doing this!
All new Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, Saturdays at 9 on BBC America. Get caught up on episodes you missed at bbcamerica.com, the BBC America app, and on demand.